Hello everyone, welcome to Peculiar Heritage Foundation. This is a not-for-profit organization saddled with the responsibility of raising highly effective and accountable leaders who go about to change their social, economic, and environmental climate of their nation and their world. So, this summer holiday, we have organized a youth summer program which we titled a 4-Saturday youth program for youths within the ages of 13 to 16. And like I mentioned last week, we are having a very important resource person who will be speaking to us this morning. Is Professor Ademola Ajo. He's a professor in the Department of Health Promotion and Education under Faculty of Public Health in UCH under University of Ibadan. So he's someone that is specialized in what we are going to be talking about today, and he has spoken to several youths. He's widely traveled and all of that. So I want you to keep an open heart. Like I mentioned, we want this class to be as interactive as possible. So don't feel shy to ask any question, anything you are not clear about. Just raise up your hand and we will be glad to answer them. Without much ado, let's welcome Professor Ademola Ajo.
Good morning. This is Adisa. Thank you for the introduction. So just introduce yourself. Tell me your name, and if you want, you are comfortable telling me your age, then the class you are. So we'll start from you.
My name is Faith.
Faith. Yes. How old are you? 15. Which class are you? SS3. Yes. So welcome, Faith.
My name is Chiamaka.
Chiamaka.
I'm 13 years.
Okay.
And I'm in GS3.
GS3. Yes.
My name is Kumi. I'm 16 years. And I'm finishing secondary school.
You are already finished secondary school. What? Are you kidding me? Congratulations. Which secondary school did you attend? Aberdeen College, UI. Wow. When did you finish?
Just this year.
Just this year. You have taken JAM. Okay. Or you have written both NECO and school certificates. Yes?
My name is Destiny. My name is Destiny.
Destiny.
I'm 13.
You are 13. You are in GS3. So Faith, Chiamaka, Elumi, and Destiny. Yes? Temidun. You are 13 years. Yes, 2. Yes?
My name is Teniola.
Teniola.
I'm 15 years. I'm SS2.
SS2.
My name is Debulola. I'm 17 and I'm from 17.
Wow. So, congratulations, everybody. So, today we'll be talking about adolescence and sexuality. So, I know you cannot see it, but I'll try to read it. Who is an adolescent from your own experience? From what you have learned so far? Who do we call an adolescent? You can look at the screen as well, no problem. You can get the answer here. But who wants to try without even looking?
Someone is a teenager.
Someone is in teenage years. And what are those teenage years? 13 to what year? To 19. Faith, you agree with her? Okay. So, we can also say an adolescent is someone who is 10 to 19 years old. 10 to 19 years. Who says this? There's an organization called World Health Organization, WHO. They define an adolescent as someone whose age 10 to 19. But beyond the age, let's look at that. What happened during that time? So, the adolescent time is a time between adulthood and childhood. Are you an adult now? I want everyone to listen. Are you an adult? Are you a child? No. So you are in between. So an adolescent is someone who is between a child and an adult. So, and that is the age at which there's the late adolescent. So, you will get this slides.
Yes, sir.
I see that everybody is trying to write.
I'll
but
get
I
it.
want you to first understand before you write. So, some people say youth, some people say young people. But when you use the word youth, it's someone who is aged 15 to 24. Okay? And a young person is someone who is 10 to 24. None of you is up to 20 years, so you have not reached that stage. So all of you who are here, you are adolescents because you fall within that age group of 10 to 15. So is it clear who an adolescent is? If you want to use age, it is someone who is between 10 to 19. If you want to use time, it's someone who is not a child but is not an adult. Someone who is in between the two. Okay? I want you to look at the picture here and see what can you see. I know you are straining your eyes, you can't see well. What can you see in this picture? Faith. There are pictures of people, yes? Okay, let's say this is picture 1. What can you see here? What are the guys people doing there? What are they doing? Are they happy? Are they... Eh? Yes. And this one is also happy. But is this one happy?
No.
It looks not to be happy. Is this one happy?
No.
Why not?
She has a child.
She has a child. She has a child. We'll be coming back to look at that later. So, when somebody asks you who is an adolescent, this is a very good definition you can do. Can somebody read it? Chiamaka, read what is here.
Although no longer a child, the young person is not yet considered an adult.
Is it clear? You are past, all of you are past the age of childhood, but you are not yet adult. So you are in between. You are in between. You are in between. So this time of adolescence, what are the things that usually happen? Can somebody tell me? Yes. What happened during that time? This time that you are now, 10 to 19. You have growth.
Tend to have this private parts. Private parts.
Yes.
Maturity of the mind.
Maturity of the mind.
Tend to socialize more.
Socialize with who? People around you. Do you socialize with adults?
Yes.
Hey, you socialize with your friends, isn't it? Why are you so serious? Are you okay? Are you
It's
sure?
just quiet.
You are looking too serious. Relax a bit. You socialize. What about your voice? What happened to the voice of boys?
Yes, in
It gets deeper. What happened to the breast of a girl? It gets bigger. The penis of a boy gets bigger, isn't it? Okay? And then what really, how do you look at yourself at that time? How do you see yourself as an adolescent?
feel mature.
You feel matured. Yes, how do you
Feel like not getting to stage where you get to make decisions for
you want to make decisions for yourself? You want to tell your parents, mommy, I'm no longer a child, isn't it? You tend to tell mommy that I'm no longer a child, and you see yourself as an individual. You become self-conscious. Whereas you can play naked before, now as an adolescent, do you do that? You want to cover every part of your body, isn't it? Yes. So those are the things that happen when you get to the stage of an adolescent. So for girls, menstruation begin to start. What is menstruation? Yeah, monthly flow of blood. They are very important in terms of your number. If you want to, another way to put out, if you take 10 Nigerians, two of them are adolescents. That's another way to present the same information. Is it clear? Yes. It means that your population is very, very large in Nigeria. So you represent 2.1. The only group that is more is only just by about how many percent? 5.5. Actually, 0.5 is only those who are aged 35 years and above. So, when you look at the population of adolescents, you see that you are. But when you now add 15 and 10 to 19 plus 20 to 24, look at the percentage. Can somebody do the mathematics for us? Add the percentage of adolescents and that of is it 30? Have you done the math? Yes. So when you add the population of adolescents and young people together, if you take 10 people, 3 of them are adolescents, meaning that they are very, very important. Are we together? Okay? Alright, so let's move on. Now, so we have defined who an adolescent is, and we have also talked about how big they are in the Nigerian population. So, what does sexuality mean? Let's now define that. Well, it means that everything about us as human beings, our sex, whether we are male or female, our gender identity. By gender identity, I mean, in Nigeria, there are some things that a man is expected to do, and there are things that a woman is expected to do. So, Pelumi, what is it that a woman is expected to do if she's living in Nigeria? What are the things expected of her? Or, let's start with the man. What are the things men are expected to do?
They should work for the countries.
They should work for the country, yes.
They should pay their taxes.
They should pay tax, yes. But look at them now as a member of the family. What is it that you expect a man to do? To take care of his family. What do you expect a woman to do?
Take care of the children.
Take care of the children, take care of the house. How did this come to be? Who made it so? Who made it so?
God.
Is it God? It is we. It is we who made it so. That this is what a man is expected to do, and this is what a woman is expected to do. That's what we mean by gender identity and roles. What a man is expected to do, what a woman is expected to do. Then sexual orientation, eroticism, pleasure, and reproduction. So when we talk about all of these things, we are referring to sexuality. Now, let's talk about sexuality education, which is what I think I've been asked to come and talk about.
Yes, sir.
Particularly as it affects adolescents. Sexuality education, what really does it mean? Before I define it, let me give you some important information. You see, I want you to listen to this because I want everybody to understand it. When an adolescent is growing up, there are 2 aspects of his life. There is his body as he's going on. Then there is his mental ability or emotional ability. By emotional ability, I mean someone who, a situation where someone is able to think and say, if I do something like this, this is what is going to be the consequence. If I behave this way, this is what is going to be the consequence. So the mind is growing, the body is also growing. Of these two, which do you think grow faster? Is it the body or the mind? I want you to think, which one grow faster than the other? Which one comes before the other? The body. You are right. So for adolescents, the body grows faster than maturity. I want to use it that way. So the adolescent is growing fast, everything is going on well. But is he mature yet to take decision? No. So if that is the case, it means that the adolescent needs some information to prepare his mind in such a way that he will be able to be responsible for the consequences of his action. So the body is growing faster, but the mind and maturity is not moving at the same time. Before an adolescent, before someone becomes mature, it will take more years, isn't it? Meanwhile, the body is already fully grown. So there is a problem with that, isn't it? What is the problem? When the body has fully grown, but the mind and maturity is not moving at the same level. What do you think is likely to be the question? Yes? No, what I'm saying is that we have already established that the body grows faster than maturity. Now, when I mean maturity, I mean emotional maturity. That is someone who is able to think that this thing I'm about to do is wrong, I should not do it. Okay? So, what do you think is likely to happen when the body is going faster than the ability to reason well? Mistakes. You're right. And you know, as the body is growing bigger, interest in having sex comes also with it, isn't it? It's natural. Okay? So, but the mind is not as matured. So, an adolescent, if he's not careful, he may make mistake. He may take some action that may cause serious consequences. We'll look at those actions now. So, but let's look at sexuality education. That this is what we are doing now is, we can call it sexuality education, because I'm teaching you about your body, about what you need to do in order to navigate this period successfully. So, sexuality education is the process of providing information. We are doing that, providing skills and services that will enable you, the adolescent, to adopt safe sex behavior. To adopt safe sex sexual behaviors. What are those safe sexual behaviors? The first thing is abstinence. Abstaining from sex. Let's talk about that a little bit. When we say young adolescents should abstain from sex, why should they?
To avoid unplanned pregnancy.
To avoid unplanned pregnancy.
To avoid HIV.
Right, so avoid HIV/AIDS, yes. I want to. Why do we say adolescents should abstain? Why?
To avoid infections.
To avoid infections. The body is not yet matured. Any other reason? Are adolescents ready to take up the responsibility? Is any one of you working now? So, if you have sex and you become pregnant, how do you take care of that child? So, it makes a lot of sense to abstain. And we are asking you to abstain. We are just saying you should wait a little more. You can't abstain forever. Can you? Hello, let's talk. No, you want to marry, you want to have children. So we're saying you should wait until you are ready to take up the responsibility. So another safe activity is just hugging and touching someone. No problem with that. Now we have already talked about why abstinence. It is the only method that is 100% safe. Is there anything more than 100%? No. 100% is the noise. And it's a guarantee against unwanted pregnancy. I think you have mentioned that. Then there's always a shame when someone have a child before he or she gets married. Is that true? Yes. In Nigeria, the time when somebody becomes pregnant and is happy is when he's already married. Anything outside of that usually brings shame. And sometimes when the pregnancy happens, the person responsible may deny it. Is it true?
Yes.
Yes. And what will you do to the girl?
Abandon her.
Eh?
You abandon
Become
her.
broken-hearted. She's left alone, become broken-hearted. The person cannot be pregnant and be going to school at the same time. They will ask her to go and compete. When after delivery, she can return. So they drop out of school. And of course, you have mentioned disease. So when we're asking adolescents like you to abstain, we are not saying you should abstain forever. We are saying you should wait until you are ready to take up the responsibility of having sex. And one of the responsibilities that pregnancy may happen and you are willing to take care of that baby. So, do you understand why we're asking you to wait now? Yes. What are some of the things that adolescents do that bring trouble? One is that they are involved in having sex early. How early is early?
Any age below 20.
Any age below 20.
Yes. To me, I feel because number one, the body of a girl might not be to carry pregnancy.
Exactly. When does that body become fully matured? At what age?
I really don't know, but I just feel at 20.
At 20. Yeah, you are right. Actually, if you want to use the age strictly, the older the adolescent, the better. But we could say that anything earlier than 15 is just too early. I'm not saying that 16 is the perfect age, no. In fact, the later, the better. When the body of the girl is fully mature. Okay? Alright? So, let's look at the extent to which young people are involved in any sexual activities. Look at this map. Which country is this?
Nigeria.
It's Nigeria. How many regions do we have in Nigeria? How many geopolitical zones do we have? How many? It's not 8. From this map, how many do we have?
6.
There are 6. There are 6 geopolitical zones. Now look at read what is on top.
Percentage of men who are already married at age 15 in line with your principles.
Now look at the information here. And I want you to tell me, what is it? What is this map? What is the information in this map? What is it showing us?
Talking about the percentage population, those that were already married at 15 as well.
Okay, those who are already married at 15. Now, what is the percentage that are married at 15 in the northeast geopolitical zone? 41 point. What is the percentage that are married in the North Central? 15.3. What is the percentage that are married in the South South? 5.9. What is the percentage that are married at 15 years in the Southeast? Faith? 1.4. And what is the percentage that are married in the Southwest? Who has not spoken? Have you spoken? Yes. 2.5%. Why do you think, where in the whole region of Nigeria do you think this problem of early marriage is more? In the Northwest. Which are the states in the Northwest? Let's identify them. Sokoto, Kaduna, Kano. No, Jos is not there. Jos is not central. Zamfara, Kebbi,
Kano.
and Kano. There are 7 states in that region. Okay. What about Northeast? Borno is there, yes. Which other state is in the Northeast? Bauchi is there, Yobe is there, Gombe is there. Which other state? Adamawa is there. Okay. The states in the North Central, Plateau, Benue, Kwara. Where is Oyo State? Which region is there? Southwest. Which are the other states in the Southwest? Yes. Lagos. Yes. Ogun. Yes. Which other state is in the Southwest? Osun. Yes. Yes. Which other state? What about the Southeast? Chiamaka, I'm deliberately asking you. Imo, Faith, Anambra. I know Akwa Ibom is not in the Southeast. Abia, Ebonyi, and Enugu. Okay, what about South? Which are the states in the South? Go and know that geography. It's very important. They ask you your exam. Which are the states in the South of Nigeria? There's Akwa Ibom. There's Edo. There's Delta.
Cross River,
Rivers, and Akwa Ibom. No, then there's Bayelsa. Those are the states. So you can see where you have more problem of girl marrying too early. How early? At 15. And we have said marriage at that time has so many problems. What are the problems? The girl is not yet ready. The girl herself, is she really a woman yet? She's still a girl. She's still a teenager. At 15, do you think she's ready for marriage? Huh? No. Why? She's not yet fully mature. Our bodies are still growing. Even maturity in terms of taking decisions, it's not there. So you see there is a problem with early marriage in Nigeria. This data was for 2013. Maybe the situation has changed today, but it's a problem. So let's move on. We'll talk about the consequences of early sex. We have discussed that. So it's like a child start having children. And this creates a cycle of poverty. What do I mean by cycle of poverty? When a child is having a child,
She's not working. She's not working. There's no way of income.
there's no way of income. If she doesn't have enough money, will she have enough money to be able to train the child? No. The same poverty will now continue to happen in the family. That's what I mean. Okay? So So, and then there's a risk of infection. The child will suffer. Now, let's talk about use of drugs, because young people also get involved in that. What is a drug, by the way? What is a drug? Huh?
A drug is a psychoactive substance that affects the mental, physical, and social parts or aspects of someone's life when they.
Okay. So, thank you for the definition. Any drug you take that affects your mood, either make you happy, make you sad, make you restless, is called a psychoactive drug. They are not drugs that you take when you are sick and you have malaria and you are feeling down. No. Psychoactive drugs are drugs that change your mood. You know what mood is? You can be happy, you can be sad, you can be excited. Any drug you take that changes how you feel about yourself is called a psychoactive drug. Can you give an example? You know of any psychoactive? Now we have to find it. Any example of a psychoactive drug? Tobacco, yes, you are right. There's cocaine. And from tobacco, what is the product you get from tobacco? Cigarette. Any other one? Marijuana. Heroin. Any other? Nicotine, yes. Nicotine is found in cigarette. Any other? Yeah. Alcohol. Yes. And I thought, thank you for mentioning it. What is an alcohol? What is an alcohol? You know examples? You know beer? You know brutal? You know whiskey? When you take those drugs, can it affect your mood? When you take alcohol, does it affect mood?
Yes.
Yes. It can make you to talk so loudly, to be so happy. It can also make you to be sad. So, alcohol is a drug, and it's a very dangerous drug. And alcohol is the most widely used drug by young people. So let's look at let's talk about tobacco first, which is cigarette. In Nigeria, according to research that was done, about 6% of Nigerians adults, that is 4.7 million, are smoked cigarettes. What's the problem with cigarettes? Let's talk about it.
It affects respiratory.
Yes, it affects breathing. Yes, any other problem with cigarettes?
Anyway.
So what? How would the death come about?
Like gradually.
Gradually. Which part of the organ?
Lungs.
The lungs. What is the function of the lung? Is the one that is responsible for breathing. So when somebody takes a cigarette for a long time, it affects the way the lung work, and the person can have cancer. In fact, when you take a pack of cigarettes now, there's a warning on it. Have you seen that warning before?
Yes.
What does the warning say?
Smokers are very
Going to die young. Who put that warning there? The makers! The people who are making it are discouraging you from taking it. Have you thought about it? Those who are manufacturing it are the same people who are warning you. Normally, when you manufacture something, do you also discourage people from using it? But despite that, people are still taking it. Eh?
Why did they make it?
want
That's a good question. But why did they make it? Let's not talk about it. Why did they make it? If it is so bad that they have to put the money, who made them to put that money, by the way? It's the government. Not that they did it voluntarily. They are forced. But why can't we just stop making it? As Amaka has said, the people who make it, they want to make money. And government cannot just ban them. They will tell you that we employ people, we pay taxes, we have a big factory, we are contributing to the economy. So when they bring that argument and they say, truly they are bringing a lot of money, what will government do? Government will try to say, okay, but make sure you put the money. Despite that money, people still take cigarettes. Why? I want us to think about it. Why do they still take it? Despite the fact that there's a label that says people who take cigarettes are likely to die young. What do you mean addiction? What does the word addiction? They can't do without it. That's the problem. They can no longer do without the drug. Even when they want to, there's something in the drug that is encouraging them to do it. And that is what you mentioned, nicotine. Nicotine is a chemical substance. You find it in tobacco. What it does to the body is that it always asks the body to take more and more. And when you stop taking it, you are no longer able to function well. You are looking for your next cigarette. So it is that thing in the cigarette that makes people to become so dependent on it, so that without it, they are not able to perform their duty. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. When somebody is telling you, this thing you are about to take, if you are likely to kill you, and you still go ahead, it doesn't, to me, it makes no sense. But people still take it. So what does that mean for a young person like you? What does it mean with this information you have? What do you do? Avoid it. Don't start. Don't start at all. Because if you start, you may not be able to stop. Don't start. That is the best strategy for cigarettes. It's better you don't start. But there are other problems with use of cigarettes that I have not mentioned. You talk of the lungs, you talk of death. Yes, the one is there, but there are others. Is there any other problem? Yes?
Pollution to the environment.
It is a pollution to the environment. How? How is it polluting the environment? It's smoke! Now let's process that smoke. When someone smokes inside this room now, for example, he's the only one smoking. But what happened to the smoke coming out of the cigarette? It spreads. And other people will inhale it. And when they inhale it, it's a problem for those who inhale. That's why we call second-hand smoke. What is second-hand smoke? Second-hand smoke is a process where someone who is not smoking is inhaling the smoke from the cigarette indirectly. Why? So because of that, government are now taking a decision that smoking should not happen in designated places, such as, what are those public places? A school, hospital, even this room, a public transport, filling station, houses, bank. Why? Because those places, so many people come there and they don't want to smoke. So if you want to smoke, what do? You move out of. And when you move out, what happens to you? people will be looking at you. And that kind of look can be very bad. So, any other problem with smoking? What about the money people spend to buy the cigarette? It's a lot. Something you have to do every day. And there is always risk of fire. Because sometimes when you finish the smoke, you don't extinguish it properly. Because if you just throw it around anyhow, it may cause fire and it can be very destructive. What about the smell? If anyone smoking comes into this room, you will perceive the smell, isn't it? So what are we saying? As far as cigarette is concerned, what should you do? Run from it. Run. If you have friends who are smoking, stop. Move it. And move with those who don't smoke. Okay? Now let's look at alcohol. It's also a major drug. In fact, more people take alcohol than cigarettes. Is that true? Is that correct?
Yes.
Why?
They want to forget about what happened.
You want to forget about what happened. Which one is more readily available? Alcohol or cigarette? Alcohol. It comes in different, it is burukutu, palm wine, akpetesi, pito, ogogoro, beer, star, gulda. It's very available. And when you are doing party, what happens? People share it, people distribute it, but they don't share cigarettes in parties. No. So cigarette alcohol is actually more readily available, and people take it. But really, what's the problem with alcohol? We talk about harmful use. What do you mean? When we say harmful use, we mean a situation where you take alcohol and it affects your behavior. It affects your behavior. So, what's the problem with alcohol? Why are we encouraging young people not to, like you, not to drink? Yes, Pelumi. Why? Chiamaka.
Because it's damage their body system.
Eh?
It's damage their body system.
Which part of the body system?
Their liver.
Their liver. Can damage the liver.
The brain.
It can affect the brain.
Their eye.
Yeah, I have. I'm not sure of that.
Like when they drink too much, they won't see clearly.
They won't see clearly. Yes?
When it's taken, it goes through the digestive system and into the blood.
Yes, to the blood. And when you are under the influence, that is, you drunk alcohol to the point of now becoming drunk, what can happen?
Physical stand behaving.
How do you mean? Give me an example of misbehavior. Let's ask you. Like,
You just come and start fighting someone.
you can come to fight. Yes? Any other misbehavior? Can be shouting. Eh? It can lead to car accidents. If you are driving, you can knock someone down or you can hit someone else.
You're at home and like when you're on an alcohol, you might just be eating and just slide anyway.
And sometimes after drinking and becoming drunk, you just sleep on the road. Sometimes when you are going on the road and you see a car coming, but because you cannot longer think well, you say, there are two lights, let me stay in between, and it's the same car. What will happen? You get knocked down. Before you realize it, you are already in the hospital. So alcohol is a serious problem. And when it relates to sex, now let's talk about it. When you are under the influence of alcohol, the normal precaution that you should take, you will not. You will not. So, when you do not plan to even have sex with anybody, because you are under the influence, you will not be able to reason well, and then you do things that you will regret later. So alcohol is a serious problem, along with cigarettes. And people depend on alcohol too. They depend on alcohol. So it's a serious problem, and we encourage young people not to try it. Okay? Any question? No, cigarette will not. But let me tell you the connection between cigarette and alcohol. Those who take alcohol are also many times likely to smoke. Those who smoke are also most times likely to take alcohol. Go and observe, go and check.
Maybe it's take it together. Some take it together.
Some take it together, of course. Some take it together. And that's double tragedy, isn't it? Double tragedy. And when you are in a place where alcohol is served, not everybody is taking cigarette. If one person is taking cigarette, what happens to every other person? It's also smoking. Even though they are not holding a cigarette, but because the smoke can be easily distributed in the room, we inhale it involuntarily. So it's a deadly combination. Very, very deadly. So we encourage young people never to start to smoke. Okay. We have talked of problem with alcohol. I think we have dealt with it. Okay. Now, how do we abstain from alcohol, abstain from cigarettes, and abstain from sex? There are three things that we cover. We talk about cigarettes, we talk about alcohol, we talk about sex. How do we now, young people like you, how do you ensure that you do not go to start to take any one of these? Let's discuss. Well, I have some points here. Yes?
What is the company you keep?
What the company you keep? Because some people say, tell me your friend, and I will say who you are. And for adolescents, their friends make a lot of influence on them because they want to cooperate, they want to be like everyone. So what the friends you have? If the friends you have are taking alcohol, they are having sex, they are taking cigarette, it's a matter of time before they convince you. Is that not? Yes. They will pressurize you. So be careful. Choose friends who are ready to abstain from all these three. And you will find people like that in your schools. Okay? Don't say, I like such a good person, but he drinks alcohol. If he drinks alcohol and you don't want to drink, it's better you find people who don't drink and befriend them. So that's number one. Any other thing, everybody should be able to say something. I'll allow you to write. Yes? What can you do? Eh? Don't go to the opposite sex house. Okay? Don't visit, but you can visit. The only thing is that don't be in a situation where only two of you are left in a room. Let's process that. When you do that, what happens? What message are you giving as a boy or as a girl? What's the message? If you have to visit, make sure that the visit, everything ends in the sitting room. If you go to his personal room, what can happen? Eh? It can rape you. Can rape you. Because when you do that, what message are you giving? Huh? That you are available. You are available. So be careful. If you want to visit, be sure everything else in the sitting room. You go to somebody's personal room, you're already telling the person, I am available. But that may not be what you need. Okay? What else? Learn to say no.
Stand for what you think and what you believe.
Very good. So I have it here. Give reasons for saying no. 1. Are you ready to be a parent?
No.
Are you ready to abandon your school? No. Instead, you want to complete your school. Do you want to get STI? No. Do you want to wait until you marry? Yes. Do you want to be entrapped? No. So give a reason why you are saying no. Give a reason. And you should be firm when you are saying no. Let me give you an example. If somebody is trying to touch you and you just say no, the person's hand is getting closer and you say no. If you are saying no, how should you say it? You should say it and mean it and move on away. Some people say no, but their no is not. Some people can interpret that no to be yes. So if you are saying no, mean it and stand by it. Okay? So you can say no. Alright. We'll talk about friends. What else can be done to avoid alcohol, to avoid cigarette, to avoid sex? Those 3 things. Yes?
Plan the way you spend money so that you're not just buying anything like people that spend money on alcohol and cigarettes. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot.
So if you can plan your way you spend money and that you don't go extra miles to get money, plan the way you spend.
Plan the way you spend money. I would have all been told to save. Good idea to always save, don't spend everything. And if you go to an environment where you think that you may not be able to say that no, and you see people who are there, what do? Move away. Move away. And some people are very, very wicked. They can put some drug in your drink. Once you take it, you are not able to know where you are, and they can take that opportunity to work. So be careful. The type of practice you attend. Okay? What else can young people do? Yes?
Thank you, sir.
Just determine in your mind that I want to complete my school, I want to wait. It is the person who waits and completes his school that will have opportunity to move forward. You don't want anybody to have sex with you and you become pregnant and you drop out. You feel disappointed to your parents. Okay? Okay, so now let's conclude. Are adolescents important in Nigeria? Yes. What is their percentage? 21. 22. 22.1. Approximately 22%. And what does that mean? If you take 10 people, how many will be adolescents? 2. So they are very important. Okay? Now, abstinence is the best strategy for what? For alcohol, for cigarettes, and for sex. So the abstinence we are asking you now is for 3 things. 1, we want you to abstain from taking alcohol, please don't start taking alcohol, don't start taking cigarettes, and don't start adolescence. So that is the end of the presentation. I thank you all for listening. You can now take questions. Questions. Any question?
I have a question, sir.
Sure. You can ask it.
In those days, why did they allow young people to get married? Especially in the Bible days, you hear 14-year-olds getting married. I think Mary, the mother of Jesus, was like 14 or 15 when she had.
Was there any age stated in the Bible as age of Mary?
Well, from commentaries.
Or from commentaries?
Yes.
Okay.
And then maybe the Jesus film I've watched and the cartoons, the woman they show us, the Mary, doesn't look like an elderly person.
Yeah.
Maybe in her 50s or close to 60.
Okay. Well, we can also ask the question, even here in Nigeria, did you see this? Did you see this map?
Yes, I did.
So let's not go to Israel. let's even talk about Nigeria. This is 2023. This data was for 2013. Look at the number of people in the Northwest who were married by age 15. Why? Let's ask the question, why? Why?
It's ignorance.
Okay, what are they ignorant of?
They are ignorant of the fact that such a person is not matured.
He's not mature.
In
and
mind.
There are two issues of maturity. There's maturity of the body. There's maturity of the mind. Is a 15-year-old matured in any of these two? No. So let's say they lack knowledge. And any other reason?
Religion.
What has religion got to do with it? Let me tell you the reason why. Some people believe that it's a way of regulating a girl's behavior. That her first message should be done in her husband's house. That way, the risk of extramarital sex or the risk of having sex early will be prevented. That's one. Two, some people do it for economic reasons. I think she said, Chiamaka said, it's a form of collateral. I am even so surprised you use such a big word. Say it's a form of collateral. The parents are poor and they have a girl. The earlier they give the girl out, the better. But all of that is done in ignorance, as you have said it. Because a girl of 15 who has not completed secondary school, can she have any gainful employment? No. Secondly, her body is not yet mature. She will have difficulty with labor when she becomes pregnant. And that's why you have a problem called vaginal fistula. Vesical vaginal fistula. Have you heard of it? This is a type of problem that girls have when they have prolonged labor because the body is not yet mature. As a result, they now have leakages. So there are doctors who help to do the repair. So from all the points, it's not good to do this, but still, it's happening. There was even a governor from Zamfara State who married a very young girl, if you still recall. It created a lot of confusion and a lot of trouble. So there is a cultural reason, there are economic reasons, there are political reasons why this is happening. But from what we know today, it is not safe at all. So that's my answer to the question.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, you have a question? Very good.
So some people immediately they give birth to the girl.
Eh,
They're going to come and say,
they are going to.
come and ask the parent also
Yes,
has a child.
yes.
Some other family would have already booked for the girl.
Oh, they book. Really?
Yes, listen to that family.
Oh, where is this done?
Probably do not.
In Nigeria, here in the northern part of
They will
Nigeria.
book for her.
Yes.
Yes, they would have already
Their
come
own
to
son.
pay for that
their own
birth.
son. Okay,
Even
this is
not enough.
thank you for that's another reason why it is common. They book. That type of booking is a very bad one. Any other question or comment, observation? Yes? It's better to ask questions.
Sir, since this is a common problem peculiar to certain political joys in Nigeria, how do we resolve this? How do we resolve this?
Well, the way to do it is that every child is in school. If you are in school, there is a commitment for you to complete, isn't it?
Yes.
You can't be in secondary school and then be thinking that I want to go and marry. You concentrate. If you look, you see that the problem is not in these areas. Why? Because it's more or less compulsory that after primary school, all children will go to secondary school. And when you are in secondary school, you are in KS1. What is your target? I wait until I at least get to SS3. So those 6 years, you concentrate. What happened afterwards will be threatened. So if every child who is eligible stay in school, you will be able to solve the problem. On the average, when the people get to primary school, in our days it takes longer, but nowadays as from 5, 6,
Even 4 years.
4.
From
4 people are in the hurry. Okay, let's even say average 5. So 5 years in primary school, how many years do you spend? 6. What is the age of the girl of that person? 11.
11.
In secondary school, how many years?
6.
What is the age of that person?
7.
17. 17. And before you think of marriage, after high school, you say, I have to go to university. So that period engages the young person. So if you can use that strategy, we will eradicate this problem. Because there is nobody who is in secondary school GS1 and say I want to end it here. You have the ambition that I wait until I get to SS3. And even that, you have the ambition to go to university. So this period is a time when you engage young persons. So, but in these areas, children are on their own. Since the beginning of my career, I've been working with them. I've worked with young people in different areas. HIV, sexual coercion, and now I'm working with young people on how we can develop an app that will serve as a form of coach for young people who have HIV. So we are currently working with young people to develop this. So it is my passion to work with young people. And any opportunity I have, I always take advantage of it. So that's why it didn't take me so long to agree when my wife told me about this opportunity. So, and I wish you all the very best as you aspire in your career. In a few years' time, some of you will already go to university. And remember all the things we have talked about. God will help you.
Amen.
All right.
Amen.
So,
Thank you
thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. I wish you the best.
I believe that we gained a lot and we've learned something new, okay? And if you've enjoyed watching this video, please like this video, share with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel to help us grow. You never can tell who will find this highly useful, who will find this beneficial, and who will actually grow just by listening to all of this. Thank you so much for your time. This is Chizo Adisa, the Director of Peculiar Heritage Foundation.